Hello, let me take you through the steps, requirements, and licenses required to be a commercial pilot. First, enroll in a school. You need a minimum grade of C plus in maths, English, physics, geography, and overall. Then, you will apply for your student pilot's license by first visiting an approved medical examiner to obtain a medical certificate to ascertain that you are fit. That is how the medical certificate looks like, with all your details and restrictions, if any. Then you will sit at ground school for 3 months, then start flying a small single engine aircraft, not a jet, a Cessna 172, where you will fly for a minimum of 40 hours to obtain your private pilot's license. Your student pilot's license will look like that. It will have a number specific for you with the prefix YK, meaning a Kenyan license, and the suffix SL. So YK, specific number for you, and the suffix SL to mean student pilot's license. After you fly for 40 hours, or rather minimum of 40 hours, you will obtain a private pilot's license that would look like that. This time the number will be YK, your specific number, and the suffix changes to PL, meaning a private pilot's license. Thereafter, you will continue with ground school for the purposes of obtaining a commercial pilot's license in the same approved training organization or school. Then you will fly to obtain a total of 200 hours. If you completed your PPL, private pilot's license course, with 40, you will have 160 hours to go. If you completed with 50, 150 hours to go. Then the flying there is actually quite fun. Initially, you were just learning how to maneuver the aircraft and flying from one point to another. This time, you'll be flying alone a lot more, flying at night, flying with sole reference to instruments. Thereafter, you conduct a test to obtain a commercial pilot's license. That looks like that. And you can see my number there is YK7467CL. So the suffix changes to CL, meaning CPL. And that number is specific to me. Once you obtain your commercial pilot's license, you need a multi-engine rating. You've been flying a single engine, now you need a multi-engine, which requires you to do 20 hours in a simulator, then 20 hours in the aircraft, in a multi-engine aircraft, a small multi-engine aircraft. Thereafter, you'll be eligible to apply for jobs, including the National Carrier KQ. The last license that you'll obtain later in your career, and if you'll be flying aircrafts above a certain weight category, is the Airline Transport Pilot License that looks like that. So you can see that is mine. The suffix now changes to AL, so YK7467AL, and the license will have all your details. Now, you will also have a validity like that shows you when your license is going to expire. So you can see that's a validity certificate that shows when my license will expire. We log the hours in a logbook. A logbook looks like that, where you log all your hours. So I'll show you actually my first flight here. This is my first logbook with my first flight there. Very interesting. Those are my first hours in school, and that is how you log them. So soon, the regulator, Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, will change the licenses to Justicard, but those are the licenses required to become a commercial pilot and later an airline transport pilot. Rates per hour on a small single engine aircraft, the Cessna 172, is $235 per hour. For the multi-engine is $670 per hour. You can do the math to see how much the whole course will cost just for the flying, and there'll be other fees involved too. To get all that, visit a flying school. I attended the 99th Flying School at the Wilson Airport. Visit them and they will take you through exactly how much it costs on total. Remember, you don't need to pay the whole sum. You'll pay bit by bit to ensure consistency in your flying in your career. You don't need to do flying direct. You can start by doing a degree, then after that, do your flying afterwards. It's never too late. To obtain a student pilot's license, you need to be a minimum age of 16 years. To obtain a private pilot's license, minimum age of 17 years. To obtain a commercial pilot's license, you need a minimum age of 18 years. And to obtain an airline transport pilot's license, you need a minimum age of 21 years. I hope this video has shown you or has educated you on the steps to become a commercial pilot. Talk to me.